Alright, welcome back. Here we are live. We're going to do a sound check and a visual check on this one after doing an update onto OBS. So appreciate you tuning in. We're going to be departing from Indianapolis Executive Airport over to Kokomo Municipal Airport in both in Indiana. So we're going to be staying in Indiana this flight. It's going to be a super short one. Basically, by the time we get up in the air in cruising mode, we're going to be getting ready for our departure or our descent. So, here we go. We got some updates. We got a big update coming up, but we're going to hit fly, get on the ground, get onto runway number 36 here, I believe. Let me double check my flight plan. Yep, KTYQ, runway 36 is where we're going to depart from. It's going to be a straight north shot here, and we'll get our passengers up in the air for our NeoFly. So let's go ahead and initiate NeoFly here.
Welcome back, Captain. It looks like the weather is perfect for flying.
Transporter from dispatch. It is passenger mission waiting for you. The boarding will start as soon as you are at the boarding parking. Captain, we have opened the gates for boarding. The passengers are on their way.
Kilo Tango Yankee Quebec traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, taking off runway 36 departure to the north.
Alright, we got taking off runway number 36. We already announced it, so we are good to go there. So we're going to go ahead and notify our passengers of the seatbelts and the safety overhead lights.
Transporter, boarding is complete. You can start your flight.
We're going to set our altitude to 2,000 feet, I believe. And we're going to adjust our header here just in case. Alright, so we're going to get rid of our flaps there. Take our parking brake off, and we will get in the air so that we can do our updates here. We got lift off.
Bon voyage, aircrew. We hope to see you again soon.
We got positive climb. Tracked our landing gear there. We're leveling out, so we will reduce our throttle. Easy enough lift off there. We're just going to watch our speed here and make sure we don't get into the red. Kind of aiming for like probably that right there. 230 is good. It's a short flight. Alright, we are good to go there. So we are flying in the Cessna Citation CJ4 here. The Orbit Airlines version. Flying over some countryside there. Alright, so this is part of our NeoFly career. Go ahead and go back into the cockpit so that we can not be screaming over the engines. We do have to watch out for our speed there. It's creeping up. So our engine output, 56.2. We seem to be cruising along here. So we got a 26 knot wind from our back going right to left. That's probably why we're cruising along pretty good. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick update. So our pilot, we're flying in the CJ4. Other pilots are still in the air. Snoop with our co-pilot Gucci and Hurricane. Right now we sit at 11.2 million in cash, and we're getting ready and getting excited for Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2024 to come out in less than 7 days now. The other thing that wanted to give you an update on was that we officially hit 300 subs. So moving on over here, so we hit the 300 subs last night. Super excited about that. Appreciate all the love and support on the channel. As always, we're gonna keep this thing going. We got our top 10 airports coming out, and then we're doing our NeoFly career. And I think as soon as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 comes out, what we're gonna do is, one, we're gonna see how NeoFly reacts to it. I heard that it's going to be compatible from day one, just not exactly sure if we're going to be able to continue on with our current career or if we have to start a new one. So we will see about that when it comes out. And then I'm going to do a little bit of career mode inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and see what that looks like. And then we're going to do some airport and city sightseeing type of stuff. So we'll pick some airports. There's going to be 160 airports in the package that we got. We're going to kind of do a pick and choose out of those airports, and we'll depart and land at the same airport, but we'll fly around the airport, fly around the town that it's in, and maybe find a point of interest or two to point out along the way. So it'll be some quick little short clip videos, and we'll get to see what the detail of the airports and everything look like. So we are almost at the top of our descent here. So we are going to have to hit phase 1 of our descent, and we're pretty close there. I'm glad we didn't go 230 knots, but phase 1 of our descent for the CJ4, the top of the white arc, is 200 knots. So we are going to reduce our throttle until we hit that. And once we hit that, we will deploy our landing gear and our flaps. And then we'll increase our throttle to counteract the drag that creates, since we're not as aerodynamic. We'll go ahead and take a look at our airport. Runway sits at 5,962 feet in length, and we're looking for taxiway B, and general aviation parking will be in the back left. So we got the runway in sight. Or no, that's not the runway. That's a different airport. Or no, that is. I think that's it. Alright, so runway sits at 825 feet. We're going to start phase number 2 for our descent. So we're going to drop this thing down to about 1,700 feet. We're going to hit that and increase our vertical speed adjustment. And the whole reasoning for being to the right, that is the runway, but wind still looks like It is strong, so 28 knots going from right to left. So we're going to be aiming a little bit to the right of the runway, coming in sideways. We are kind of hoping that as we drop in elevation, a lot of times the wind drops with it. Wind's usually stronger the higher up you go. But we'll see. Sometimes it doesn't pan out that way, and we might just have to land in heavy winds. So we'll go ahead and drop our elevation a little bit more and see if that plans out. So all of this right here is the town of Kokomo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but we're in Indiana nonetheless. Go ahead and even drop our elevation a little more. See if we can find out what that big building is. I think that might be the... I have no idea what that is actually. I won't even attempt it. But we are going to go into phase 3 here, turn off our autopilot, and we'll come in for a nice smooth landing hopefully. So the wind has dropped a little bit. We're down to 14 knots. Try to transition my hand to the mouse real quick, real smooth. Adjust our view here. So the wind is pretty strong. It's taking a lot to get over to the right. It's pushing us around a little bit, but I think we got it. We got a nice smooth, we're gonna hit a nice smooth landing. I'm pretty certain of that. We are gonna reduce our speed here because we are a little high at 142. We should be down to like 123, somewhere around there is the ideal landing, which that'll slow up. We're actually going to just go ahead and cut the throttle, kind of cruise in here. Make sure we don't hit that stall rate though. So runway number 5. Hit that down slope.
We have touchdown.
Alright, little skip, but I think it's overall pretty good.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
And we'll get a look at the airport over here. We will turn on our taxi lights though. Not too often I actually remember that. And then we'll go ahead and go down here and find our parking spot. So we do have one guy over there. We'll spin around and take our direction from this guy. Nice little tight turn. go. Alright, parking brake is set. We will go ahead and turn off the engines here. Flip the covers over. Turn off the right engine. Left engine.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Go ahead and grab a thumbnail for the next video.
Transporter from dispatch. Everyone is on the bus. Check that they haven't forgotten anything. Have a nice day.
Alright, I am kind of curious on that landing. So we're going to go ahead and update
Let's go.
here. So 147, not too bad. We did have a little hop and a skip, but overall it worked out. The other landing we landed at 77.61, so all not too bad so far. And yeah, so we're sitting at 11.2, almost 11.3 million dollars in our NeoFly career. So once again, guys, do appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna try to do another live sometime this afternoon, and we're gonna go ahead and turn off our battery switch here and call it a morning. So appreciate you tuning in. Check out that Mount Everest flight that I did for the top 10 airports if you haven't seen it, and we'll see you on the next one. So hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day.